Please excuse my mascara running. Welcome to our Sunday night Zoom call. I am so happy to be able to talk to you guys tonight. This is something I love to do, so it's a privilege of mine to be here for you guys. And I was just laughing with my husband. So if you are new to this community, I'm Megan. I have been a coach for 2 years. I have two little boys, a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old, and my husband is a busy youth minister. So he's gone on. But we were just laughing about how there's so many topics that in like our health and fitness community that we can talk about. And I feel like I always pick mindset. Like I always have to pick the like abstract, like what is mindset, topic. But I'll tell you what, it's because mindset is what I've always realized is my biggest struggle. Even though it's it's been hard to understand my nutrition and it's been hard to stick with my fitness, and I've had that journey too. It's always come back to my mindset. So that's why this is a passion of mine to talk about, is because I'm in this with you guys. Like I'm struggling with my mindset too. We all have those good days and we all have those bad days. So the reason mindset matters when we're trying to work on our health and our fitness is because we can't base our actions off of our feelings. We hear a lot about people saying, or we feel ourselves like, I'm just not motivated. I don't feel motivated. Or sometimes I feel motivated and then I drop off the wagon, right? And that's all about how we feel. We cannot base our success of showing up to these actions we know we need to take to reach our goals on how we feel any given day. I mean, we're at this point in our lives, guys, where we know, like, we're going to have good days, we're going to have bad days, we're going to be in moods that aren't great, when we don't even get it, and things are going to happen in our family lives, in our outside world, like anything, it's, can just make it not, make us not want to eat to our nutrition plan or, show up for our workout. And we're just not always going to feel good about ourselves either. And that's what I have learned in my lifetime, honestly, is that we're not always going to feel proud of ourselves. We're not always going to feel focused in our pursuits towards our goals. We're not always going to feel strong or energized. So we really just can't rely on motivation if it's really just a feeling. Taking action is a choice. It's a choice that we have to make, whether we feel like it or not. And so that's why I want to talk to you about some practical ways. Can you just remember to mute yourselves when you come in? I get distracted because your girl has ADD. But that's why I wanted to share with you some ways that you can work on strengthening your mindset or kind of rising above when you are in a bad place. So the first tip that I have for you is that you really need to have a why. You hear probably your coach or all of us coaches talk about this constantly, but seriously, you need to have a purpose, because I'll tell you what, if you just want to be skinnier, you're not going to get very far, nor are you going to feel great when you get to that place. If you do get there, you need to know, why do I want to be that size? Why does it matter to me that I see that number on the scale? Why does it matter that I can fit into this size clothes? Why does it matter? And how would being that smaller be healthy? Because we need to chase authentic health and ditch the image thing. That is just, we need to know, like, these actions that I'm taking toward this, like a weight loss goal, We need to keep our head in check and make sure that we are actually fueling ourselves right. And I love that Beachbody stays authentic to that and they stay dedicated to that. I was finishing a workout a couple weeks ago and a ad on Beachbody On Demand for Ultimate Portion Fix, or maybe it was the 21-day fix real time or live or whatever workouts came on, and there was a line that Autumn said that said, basically, you're not going to be deprived. Like, we want to be healthy and not deprived. And Jake, my husband, was like, I love that she said that. Like, that is so true, because there's so many ways that we can pursue weight loss. And I know not all of us have weight loss goals. It's just a really easy example because I think we've at least all been there or somewhere in the same realm. It's good to remember, like, when we are trying to be healthier, we are trying to fuel ourselves well. We're not trying to deprive ourselves and, cut out things because they're bad, right? So let me rein it back in. So we need to have a why. We need to know, like, the purpose of why we are following our nutrition plan. We need to know why we want to work out, and ask yourself, who do you want to be? You don't, like I'm saying, you don't want to just be like a skinnier person. What are the virtues that you need to acquire that are going to get you there? Who's the person that, for example, if you have struggle with binge eating sweets, been there, maybe still am, but if you struggle with that and you want to stop, it's so easy for us to be like, I'm not strong enough. Or next time I'll be strong enough, right? And then we face the temptation and we say, right now I'm not strong enough. But it's important for us to think of those moments and then focus our why around that. Do we want to be the person who isn't strong enough in the face of a pan of brownies when we're home alone? Do you? No, like, you want to be strong enough to say, I'm going to enjoy that. I'm going to have a treat. And I'm going to know that this is not the last brownie in the whole world that I'm ever going to eat, because brownies aren't bad. I'm going to enjoy this because I'm allowed to have more, and I can have more later, because it isn't good for me. I'm not going to feel good. It's not properly fueling me to eat them all at once. Right. So, think of that prudence, that self-control, that who is the person that you want to be, that you need to be able to resist that kind of temptation, or whatever goals you have, and whatever ways that you need to take, steps you need to take daily to get to that place. Okay, so that wasn't my first tip. That was just reading my notes. Very disorganized person. Bless. Anyways, so my first tip, scratch that out in your notes if you didn't take one, is to read personal development all the time, because it is just so hard to do this on our own. And I think sometimes I'm really tempted to be like, how can I tell people that, like, eating healthy and exercising is so hard? But guys, it is. Like, we know it can be really hard sometimes, right? I remember a few years ago, I guess it was like a month after I started using Beachbody products and being a part of this amazing community. And I was doing my first program, which was 21-day fix. And I went to the beach with my family, and I love my family so much, but just because they're my family and they were the people surrounding me as I was growing up, like, I have insecurities that are from my past that pop up when I'm around them. And so I struggled a lot with exercise growing up. I struggled a lot with my relationship with my image growing up. And when I went to exercise, when I was on this vacation with them, about a month after I joined Beachbody, I started crying because I was so mad at myself for not being the person that I wanted to be. Like, all that insecurity hit me and I didn't know it was happening. So this is the story has purpose is because you never know when those moments are going to hit you. You never know when you're going to be like, oh, somebody said something and it just hit me like so at home and I feel like garbage and what am I doing? I can't do this meal plan. I can't, look at me. Like I just ate all those stupid brownies and I didn't want to be that person. I've been focusing so much on my purpose and I'm not that person. And you need to fill your head and your heart with things that are encouraging and things that challenge you. When I first start working with my challengers, a lot of times we take some time to discuss what personal development even is, because I feel like it's kind of confusing. You know, in our world, self-help, not self-help, sorry, like self-care is like, go take a bath, go get your nails done, go get your hair cut, go on a vacation or something like that. But those things feel great. They can feel awesome. But in the end, like we wish them to be back, right? And there's never enough of that. But personal development should be something that challenges you, that encourages you and fuels your fire to say, you are so strong and strong enough to do this and get moving, you know? So I'm not going to list a bunch of recommendations on personal development, but just to name a few, Brene Brown is awesome. You can find her on YouTube or books or audiobooks. She's awesome. She studies vulnerability and shame. So basically anybody can relate to her. And then I'm sure if any coaches want to just throw out some of your favorite personal development in the chat, I think that would be helpful for our challengers. I'm not going to read them because I'll get distracted because like I said, I have ADD. So anyways, personal development is something that you need to have. It's going to strengthen you for the journey and you better believe you need it. It's going to make a world of a difference in that mindset when you come face to face with those moments where you feel weak and like you can't go further anymore. You'll learn a lot from personal development so that when you come face to face with those moments, you have all those good things that you've been learning in your mind that'll carry you past that. And then my second tip is to lean into this community and to share your heart with your coach. Guys, as coaches, we're not experts. We are not medical professionals. We're not trainers. Though some people are, but that's not what we're a coach for. We are your cheerleader. We are your sister in this. And we reached out our hand to you because we want to do life with you. And the thing that I love about our community is that we're here to be better people. We're here to be the best version of ourselves. And your coach is here in your life walking with you to help you be the best version of yourself. Not to just be more athletic or to be in a different pant size or to drink a little bit more water, although those things they're helping you do because those things are good for you and they do help you be the best version of yourself. So lean in with the community, share your story, share your heart. And it's scary as heck, guys. It's so scary to know that your story is your struggles and your story is enough to be supported and to be empathized with. I get it. Like I might share a lot, but like I still feel that and I have felt that in my past. And when you do share with somebody and you do have that bond where they are going to carry you and support you, oh my gosh, it's amazing. And I don't know how many of you are doing the 100 Days to Brave, but I just literally like minutes before I hopped on here read the day about friendships. And she talked about how like, she says the gift of community is so sweet, but you have to be brave and let down your defenses to develop those relationships in your life. It's true, like it's hard, but we need each other. And this is a safe place where we're all aware of like when it gets hard and when we don't feel like it. And, I think we all felt like ashamed or like we're not in the place we want to be or whatever. So get with your coach, share what you're going through. If you're in a rough spot, share when it's going so awesomely well. Don't hide when it's going well and think like, peace out, like I got this on my own. Like share with us, inspire each other. Like let your coach know that like she's helped you, you know, like we love that crap. So that is my second tip. And then my third tip is to do your affirmations, your I am statements. I'll share what that means, and to pray. I don't know if everybody in this community is Christian, but I sure as heck am. And I'll tell you what, the other day I got up just to do my business activities. It wasn't workout or making breakfast or something like that, but I had nothing left to give, and I needed to fill my cup, and I needed to remind myself that I was worthy of the work I was about to do, because I had forgotten that because of a lack of personal development and a lack of prayer and remembering who I am before my Creator. And so I stopped what I was doing, and I sat down and I read a little bit of my personal development book and journaled some affirmations and the things that I know God says about me as my Heavenly Father. And boy, was my day different. So especially if you're stuck like I was in that moment, just stop. Just hit the pause button and do it then. Like get your PD on and prayer on, and write down some affirmations, especially if you hear that voice in your head telling you you're not strong enough to do this workout. You're too tired, just like you've always been. You're too lazy, just like you've always been. You know what I mean? Whatever that mean voice in your head is saying to you, tell her to go to the place and write down those affirmations that you know, like, are true about you in the eyes of your Creator. Don't listen to that mean girl anymore. Don't listen to her, because we get so used to hearing her voice, and it's so hard to remember who we are without that. And I think it can even be uncomfortable to try to live a life without hearing those negative voices, right? So when you start to hear them, when you're at a barbecue and you eat something you didn't want to, or you are even if you're in the accountability group and you hear someone share their wins and you wish that your win was that, don't let that mean girl let you compare yourself. Okay. So that's the moment you need to press pause and do those affirmations. And I also think it's really valuable to do them in those moments, because those moments you'll have your affirmations. You need to write them down, like physically, and then you will have them so that you can read them every day. And seasons will change, and you will grow past things, and you won't struggle with things anymore. But new things will come up. You'll be the layers. There's layers to you, people, and you'll learn more. You'll grow, and you will overcome things, and then new things will come up. So your affirmations are going to change. So those are my 3 steps. I just want to say a few words to just kind of encourage you, because we are in a health and fitness community, right? And like I said, we're trying to be the best versions of ourselves. But when we're doing things like integrating personal development into our lives, trying to eat better, even drinking a shake every day, or, exercising, these are habits that we're building. And no matter what part of your journey you're on, you're still working on those habits, because whether it's your day 1, welcome, or your day, I don't even know, 1,000, we're on this journey for life. It's not a quick fix. We're not doing a quick fix here. We are made to live right here, right now, today. We were created to live today. There's a purpose to us being alive right here, right now. And being healthy is a lifelong thing. We deserve to be healthy, to live our lives to the fullest. For those people that are in our lives that deserve to be loved by us, who we are called to love, to be present to, our health matters for them. Our health matters to enjoy our lives, to be strong in the face of suffering and temptation. And and these habits take time to build, but don't worry about it taking so long. Don't get afraid that you're not where you think you should be, because you have the rest of your life. And that's not to get complacent, and that's not to get, oh, well, I have the rest of my life. It matters. It matters that you take the time to take care of yourself, but it also is fine, and it's okay to be patient and to accept grace when you are building a habit, because it is your whole life. I just want to say, like, when you come to a place where that mean girl's knocking and she's saying those mean things and you're writing down your affirmations, dig into that. Dig into those moments where you don't feel welcome or don't feel like you fit in this community. Dig into those moments where you don't feel strong enough to finish a fitness program. Dig into those moments when you see everybody doing morning meltdown 100 and you say, I could never do that. Dig into those moments when you're like, I really should be doing the modifier, but I'm too proud to do the modifier, so I'm not going to do this program because I'm not strong enough to not follow the modifier. Dig into those moments, because those are BS moments that you need to grow through. Those are the moments that you need to say, hold up, I'm struggling here. These are where I suffer on my journey. This is where I need to reach out to my coach and say, these are the things that are going through my head. And have your coach hold your hand, let you cry on her shoulder so she can say, you are strong enough for this, and we're in this together. Let's find what works. Let's get through this. And that's where the change will happen. That's when you dig into those ugly, icky moments. That's when you're going to get strengthened, and you are going to you're going to reach those goals of becoming that person who you want to be. You're going to master that why. So I think that's really all that I have for you guys today. But I hope this kind of lit a fire under your tush and reminds you that you're worth it, and that you are more than just what you feel, and you can make the choice to, create these good habits, and you're meant to be here and be healthy, and we're here to help you with that. So anyways, does anyone have any questions? Or do any coaches want to share something? Okay, cool. Well then, guys, I finished in a half an hour. Okay, I'll close us in prayer, and then that'll be that. Heavenly Father, thank you so much for this community. Thank you so much for reminding us that it's important to take care of our bodies and our minds, and that health is more than the way we see ourselves, and the way we feel in our hearts. Lord, thank you so much for this community that helps us take care of ourselves, for the love that you've given us through these friendships and this sisterhood. And Lord, I just ask that you be with each of us this week as we go towards our better selves. Bond us stronger to our coaches, to the sisters in our community and our groups. Help us to open our hearts so that you can be present in our love between each other. And Lord, I just ask that you heal any wounds in any of the women in this community, that you speak life and truth over the negative voices in their head. I ask that you give each of these women your eyes to see the goodness and beauty that you have created them in. And Lord, just guide us in right paths. We ask these all in your most holy name. Amen. All right, ladies, have a good night.